Now, as a reminder, this profile is motivated by resentment and deprivation with the intent to get what they think they deserve. When you see this pattern, it comes from severe childhood neglect, emotionally, materially, or both. Let's look at two case studies, the infamous Charles Manson and George Santos. Both appear to be projectors, which is significant because projectors in the not self have an emotional signature of bitterness. When they aren't recognized or don't achieve what they think they deserve, they become resentful towards others. That bitterness is born from misalignment. Then that's especially strong in projectors, was conditioned early in life through neglect or trauma. Charles Manson was an emotional projector who was severely neglected as a child. His mother was an alcoholic and sex worker who had him at 16. He was bounced between relatives and institutions and never received genuine emotional love or recognition. He displayed the traits of conduct disorder as a teen and was sent to a reform home for delinquent boys where he endured harsh abuse. As he grew older, Manson's emotional energy became distorted. He developed extreme delusional beliefs aligned with white supremacy and to which he called helter skelter. And while he dreamed of fame as a singer, that repeated rejection, especially from a music producer, triggered that bottled resentment from childhood and turned into violence. Profiles can also overlap, so he also has the traits of a zealot because his ideology of control through fear and apocalyptic prophecy mirrors that righteous, greater good mindset that I'll talk about later in the series. Now, George, he's likely a splenic projector, which means his survival instincts drive him. That spleen is the center of fear and basic survival needs. And when that's conditioned through deprivation, like growing up in poor and rat infested homes, fear of scarcity. He learned early that survival comes through scheming and manipulation. When his prison sentence was commuted, it robbed him of the chance to face consequences, reinforced that deception worked. He also fits the traits of the enabler and the ghoster because his patterns align himself with the power to save state and avoid accountability. Now, astrologically, this is a shadow side of Capricorn, driven to succeed, emotionally distanced, and focused on material security. When expectations aren't met, resentment builds. Now, Manson had no significant Capricorn placements. If you do not have something in your chart, it means that this is a lesson you're meant to learn in your life. For him, would have been accountability for his actions, which he never obviously learned. George, he has Capricorn and Neptune, which is what fuels his delusions and false stories of success. So for people with this pattern on the low end of the spectrum, can shift their mindset with gratitude. Gratitude will say, I already have enough. I appreciate what has been given to me. It's not about pretending that life was fair. It's really just breaking down the deprivation cycle by seeing what's real instead of chasing what's missing. As for those on the higher end of the spectrum, I will discuss that in a separate video because it changes the dynamics of what they value. So make sure you follow and stay tuned for the Save Your Profile that's next.